I got to do some adjusting though. I've been doing some other types of recording and it's set up for something totally different. So let's see, how's that looking? I'm not going to be able to get through here. I got the tripod sitting right here and I'm not going to be able to even scooch around it. All right, let's see. How's that? Looking good? Good enough? I hope it's good enough. Because now I've got myself wedged into a little tiny corner here. Oh, let's watch an ad for Rust-Oleum paint. Yeah, Rust-Oleum. Anybody need some Rust-Oleum today? Anyhow. All right. Well, who is hanging out? Who's hanging out? I still don't like this particularly well. Let's see. Hang on. Hang on. I'm trying to move my table a little bit. See if I can move it. Hang on. Around the... well, I don't know. That's not terrible, but I might have to move it a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know. Now we're missing the bottom. We're missing the bottom. Darn. Okay, so I can't do that. I can't do what I was going to do. Hang on. Let's move the tripod back over here. Let's see. All right, let's try this. We'll move the table. Move the table. Move the table. Move the table. This way? That way? We're going to call it good. I'm going to stop messing with it. Okay, I'm done messing with it. So, who's here? Let's see. Sue's here. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Michelle. Hello, Amy. And Joyce. And Shannon. Hello, Joe. And Paula. Hello. Marion is here. Anita. Hello. Catherine is here. Dawn is here. Dawn, I've been seeing your progress on your new painting. It's looking great. Kathy's here. Joe. Hello, Joe. Joe. Hi, Joe. Joe. Hi, Joe. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Hello, Karen. Bonnie's here. Hello, Bonnie. Everything safe down there in Texas? I know parts of the country have been having some crazy storms and tornadoes and weather. Hope everybody's okay. Hello, Emma and Brenda. And Saban. Saban, you're here. Hello, Saban. I love you, dear. I've almost messaged you a couple times this week, and then things have happened. I've been so busy doing stuff. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Carrie. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Hello, Debbie. How's Debbie? And Paula. Oh, Paula's here. Howdy, howdy. You're going to hear the lawnmower tonight because, apparently, it's Saturday and Dale's figuring it's time to mow. So we got a little lawnmower action going. All right. So I got my tray. I got my pen. I don't think I need the Twizzlers. I have these drills out. I must have thought I was going to use them. Yep, I'm using these drills. Okay. Oh, yeah, but they're all staticky. They're all stuck in the container. And there aren't very many of them in here. So let's see if we can get them out and see if we can get them on this painting. And then I'm going to have to get a refill. And I have to refill. They're really staticky. Oh, my. Okay. There. I got them all out. All of them that were in this container. We'll see how far they go. We'll see what I can accomplish with them. I don't have a lot of this symbol to go, but we'll see how far it goes. Working on the kitties, when the cats are away, the mice will play. We all know that's true, right? Hello, Patty. How are you? No, Brenda, the llama is still MIA. I have no idea where the thing could be. Absolutely no clue. I've looked. I've looked. I've looked. I mean, without like climbing under the desk, I might have to do that. I don't know. I don't know where he went. He's just hiding. You have been fighting the weather ever since you left. I know. Are you bringing it? I mean, is it follow? Yes, Saban. Yes. Yes. I talked about it last week. My little llama. I had it on this painting because it makes perfect sense to go with this. I'm doing a painting with lots of yarn, and you know, where does yarn come from? Oftentimes you can get llama yarn or, whatever. It's it's missing. It's just missing. It is here somewhere. It cannot have just disappeared, right? It's got to be here. It had to have fallen off like when I bumped it or something. So it's got to be in this room. I mean, I've been trying to call it little llama, and he's not coming. He's not listening. He's not coming back. I'll find it though. I'll find it. It's going to turn up, right? And it's such a cute little llama. I can't lose my llama friend, right? So I'm going to keep looking. It will turn up at some point. So we're going to work on this tonight. I would like to at least finish this section tonight. And I will tell you, honestly, I have not been diamond painting very much at all. I've been doing a lot of other things, last minute things, finishing up stuff for the retreat, just outside, outdoors, plants, garden, you name it. I mean, it is that time of year, right? It's totally that time of year to be outside doing things. And I have been very absent from my painting. I'm sure it misses me. I mean, I've worked on it a little bit here and there. I worked on it Friday or Thursday night. Thursday night, I worked on it for quite a while because I was watching Bad Sheep Yarns live. I try to watch that every Thursday because Marcy is just the sweetest thing. She's the owner of Bad Sheep Yarn, and she's just a dear. And they're always showing pairings for their yarn, what goes together, and new yarns, and it's just a good time. So I sit here and I diamond paint, and I watch Marcy's live, all about the yarn. Outrun it. That's right. Outrun it, Marion. Outrun it. Don't bring it with you. Yes, get away, get away. Saban, you got your diamond paint. Yay, yay. Yeah, still hunting some mice. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what we did today. Today we went to my sister's house and we got some poop, just good old composted poop. His friend wanted some for his garden. His father-in-law wanted some. We wanted some. So Dale went over there. He had some buckets and some bags and just gathered up poop. And I just sat outside with my sister. Hadn't done that in a long, long time. Sat outside at her house and just jibber-jabbered and talked about stuff, We haven't done that in a long, long time. So, got that done. Went and stopped and saw my dad while we were out that way. Hung out there for a while, longer than I thought we were going to. Just talking, Don't get to do that all that often. So anyhow, then we came home and Dale was wondering how much of this compost I want in the flower garden. And so I was out there showing him and he was just dumping the buckets. So I'm trying to, really do this right. Get some good compost in there, get some good organic fertilizer in there, and he's going to till it all in for me before it's time to plant my flowers out. And so that's basically the afternoon. This morning, I went to local yarn shop day. Yeah, local yarn shop day. You're going to go visit your sister for a week. That's super nice. That's awesome. You get to do that. It was a beautiful day to be outside today. The only thing it's quite windy. It is quite windy. And And I just had my hair down. I didn't have it up in a ponytail or anything. And it was just blowing in my face and blowing in my face. And yeah, it's quite windy though. But yeah, just, that's what we did for the afternoon. Came home, kind of dealt with the compost, heated up some leftovers. I had made chicken Alfredo the other night. And so we had that as some leftovers. And it was time to go live. I mean, seriously, the day just flew by. I feel like it just flew by. The yarn shop, oh my goodness, for local yarn shop day, they have several of the companies that they work with will dye special things, special colorways for the day, and they have special, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Gadgets and gadgets. That's not the word I'm looking for, though. What is the word I'm looking for? Um, Notions. That's the word. Notions. Um, and so there's just lots of fun things. They had some beautiful colorways. I got a couple hanks of yarn for a specific purpose. Hello, John. How are you? Martha loves dirt. Really? Who's Martha? Martha loves dirt. Oh dear. Groundhog in the coneflowers. Oh, get him. Groundhogs are terrible. Woodchucks, groundhog, same kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, right, Sherry? I'd call him that too. Yep. Yeah. Wow. They're hard to catch too, or trap, because they're 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 fussy. They're hard to get. The mouse, oh my gosh, we've caught one mouse. And when we were out at the garden today, I was showing Dale in the greenhouse a spot that I think they could be getting in. It's up in a corner where he had to cut the plastic panels and, screw them together and all that kind of stuff. I think there's a hole up there that's large enough that a mouse could get through. Anyhow, we got to do some more work out there in the greenhouse, trying to just, plug up any holes that we think might, be the entrance point. You just never know with mice. You never know. Oh, Martha Stewart. Oh yeah. Dale and his Martha Stewart too, right? Oh my goodness. Hi, April. How are you? I know, rodents. Oh my goodness, rodents. Ugh. He comes to the back door. No way. You got a little woodchucky groundhog guy. He comes and looks in the door. He's just taunting you, isn't he? Hi, I'm out here. I'm going to eat your flowers. What are you going to do about it, right? Well, Sherry, I know what Dale would do about it. If he was that close, I know what Dale would do. But you probably can't do what Dale would do, can you? He's a teenager. Oh my gosh, he really is taunting you, though. Oh my goodness, rotten little, right? Okay, what do I want next? I don't know. Let's do the aliens. I got aliens right here. We'll do them. Ooh, I hope that's enough to do what I got to do here. I mean, I have more drills for most of these colors. They're just over there in the bag on the bookshelf. Or maybe they're with the llama somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, the yarn store. Holy cow. The yarn store. I walked in. They opened at 10. And I walked in about 10:20 maybe. And the place was packed. There were people everywhere. Everywhere. I could not believe it. I did not go to the yarn store last year for local yarn shop day. So I had no, frame of reference, but wow, there were people everywhere. I had to wait in line to make my purchase behind like 6 people. It was crazy. Good for them. Absolutely excellent for them. I mean, they were doing some good business. They actually had an entire table set up in the back of their store that was just all of the specialty things that were made for local yarn shop day. I thought that was pretty cool. A whole table. So they had special yarns from Wonderland, special yarns from Ba. She also dyes yarn, Nome River yarns. And so she had some things that she dyed for the occasion. And it was just, wow. It was fun though. It was fun. So I didn't buy a ton. I bought enough. Like I said, I bought those 2 hanks of yarn, which are for a project I'm working on with Wonderland Yarns, a year-long project. So I'll put those to great use. And I bought some stitch markers. I bought a pattern book. That's about it. So I didn't do too bad. I held it down, which is what I've been trying to do with all of my purchases. I think it was yesterday I was talking to Sue and I was like, yeah, I don't have anything coming from any premium diamond painting companies. No large canvases coming. No plans to buy any in the near future unless something fantastic comes out. And so far, nothing fantastic has come out. There is just nothing out there that's calling my name that I have to have, right? So, yeah. Chases the cat. Oh my goodness. Hello, Lisa. How is Lisa doing? Oh, yeah, rodents. Rodents. Oh my goodness. What do you want me to show and tell, Amy? what do you want me to show and tell about? But that was fun. I mean, that was fun. I did take a little video and stuff while I was there at the yarn shop and on my way to the yarn shop. And then I get home, and of course, Dale's wanting to go get this compost and all this kind of stuff. And I'm looking at my phone, and I see that it is independent. I think it's called Independent Bookseller Day as well, meaning, you know, independently owned bookstores. Like my bookstore I always talk about, the one I really like, Schuler's, they're an independently owned bookstore. And so it was also a celebration, a day for the independent book dealers. And I didn't get to go do that. I would have. If I would have known, I would have just said, I'm just going to make a whole day of it. I'm going to go to the yarn store. Then I'm going to go out to the bookstore and support them because it is Independent Bookstore Day. I think that's what it's called. But I did not know. I was not aware. And then when I realized, it was like, well, it's too late now, right? It's too late now. But anyhow, they were doing special things there too. Like they were giving away, they call them the golden tickets. And golden tickets were something special, a gift certificate for something. I don't know what, but they had some hidden in each of their stores. So that was kind of fun. I missed out on that though. I don't know. Next year, now maybe next year, I'll know. They're probably the same day, because they're geared toward, you know, independently owned stores. So, yeah. Anyhow, oh yeah, they can run fast. They can move. Yes, they can. We'll see them scooting across our road from time to time. And Dale, I hate to say this, but Dale always like speeds up the truck, like, ooh, ooh. And, he's never going to hit one. That's just never going to happen. They always get away because they're much faster. They're fast. They scoot right along. Oh my goodness. Speaking of things running across the road. Hello, Thoraya. Cute little emojis there, Sherry. Cute, cute. You're having a tea party? Well, Karen, how delightful is that? Can I come to your tea party? Are you drinking tea as well? Or are you drinking something else, Karen? What's going on there? So I was outside yesterday, I think. And I was working around in the yard. I was doing a little weeding, some of my flower beds, again, it was a nice day to be outside and do stuff. So I was outside. And let me just say, the local elementary, middle school, whatever, I don't know, the bus driver for the kids. That bus driver flies down our street. Now, you know it's a dirt road, right? It's a gravel road. And there isn't a lot of people that live on our street. And the kids that get picked up are all the way at the end of the road, the other end. The bus driver flies. Every time I see this bus driver, I'm just like, are you serious? Is there any reason for you to drive that fast down our road? Not only do I feel that it's not safe, there's that, but the amount of dust that it kicks up as she's flying down the road is crazy. So, anyhow, I'm sitting out in front and I'm doing some weeding, yada, 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 right? And I hear the bus is coming down the road. And so I stop what I'm doing just to glance up, just to see how fast the bus is going today, right? So I glance up there and I'm like, yep, just a flying down the road. And I look ahead of the bus and I'm like, one of my chickens is in the street. I'm like, oh Lord, one of my chickens is in the street. And I'm like, is that bus going to just smash my chicken in the middle of the road? It could happen. So the bus flies by, and I'm like, okay, let me walk out to the road and see if she actually hit my chicken, right? So I get down to the end of the street, and I'm looking in the road. I don't see a chicken. I don't see the chicken. I don't see a chicken anywhere. I'm looking beside the road, like in the little, grassy area beside the road, and I don't see a chicken, don't see a chicken. So I start looking a little further, and I'll be darned if my chicken isn't like back in, tucked underneath a bush, just pecking around on the ground, like, no big deal. I'm just here pecking for bugs or whatever I'm doing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so the chicken is fine. But in my head, I know the bus is coming back, right? So I did my darndest to try to coax the chicken out of the bushes to get it back home. They've recently started going across the street, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm trying to get it to come out. It won't come out. It won't come out. It won't come out. And I'm like, okay, you know what's going to happen? The second I turn around to walk back to my house, you know what's going to happen? The chicken's going to come out. It's going to want to come back home. Bus is going to be coming back down the road, yada, yada, yada. So I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay here by the side of the road and protect my chicken, right? So that my chicken can't go across the street. And so that the bus driver knows, hey, I'm in the road. You should probably slow down because I'm in the street. I'm not in the middle of the street. I'm over across the road, by the edge of the road. But maybe the bus driver will slow down, right? Did the bus driver slow down? Or was the bus driver flying down the road still? I'll give you one guess. If you guessed that the bus driver slowed down, you'd be wrong because the bus driver was still flying down the street. And so I just kind of stuck my hand out, like, to indicate, like, slow down. Didn't faze that bus driver. So I see the comment about reporting the bus driver, and I certainly am thinking of calling up to the school and saying, listen, whoever is driving this bus, and tell them the road and all that, they're going way too fast down our road. Way too fast. And then the chicken stayed over there for a while. Yeah, I left. I walked up to the house. I was like, okay, well, you're on your own now. I hope you make it back safely, right? Right. What if a person is out there in the road? What if there are children in the road? What if, right? There's no reason to be going that fast. It was ridiculous. So that just might happen very soon. A report. Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road? We've already discussed that, Don. My sister and I and Dale, we all discussed why the chicken crossed the road. There's only one good answer for that. Because it could. Because it could. That's why the chicken crosses the road. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Tame rabbits to fend for themselves? Why would they do that? Why would you let your rabbits out? I, there you go, April. To get away from the crazy bus driver. That might be the case as well, right? It's not the first time I've noticed how fast this bus driver goes down the road. Not the first time. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So now, can I keep my chickens home? No. I can't even keep them out of the neighbors. I've gotten 2 texts from the neighbor that my chickens were over there. And I'm just like, okay, okay. My first thought is go shoo them away. If you don't want them over there, just go shoo them away and go tell them to go home. And my thought is that maybe she's just worried because of Chuck, but we don't have a Chuck anymore. We don't have a chicken that would do a thing to you. Not a one of them would do anything to you. You walk up to them and they are going to run from you, right? So maybe she just doesn't know that. But she's texted me a couple times. Last one was, "You please come can you please come over and get your chickens out of the yard? They're in the backyard." And I was like, oh, sure, yeah. Well, I wasn't prepared to go out of the house at the moment and go wandering over to the neighbors. So it took me a few minutes, find some shoes, find a coat, do this, do that. And so when I got my shoes and my coat and I got myself all organized to go over there, I look out and I see my chickens coming back. And I was like, okay, better bugs. There you go. Better bugs. All right, now that Dale is not right out front, I can open this window because it's hot. We do not have our air conditioner on today, but it's hot. I think it hit 80 today. Why? Why is it 80 at the end of April? That's not supposed to be. That's not supposed to happen in Michigan. 80 in April. Seriously. I got to go back and see what Lisa's saying about the. Yeah, she's not liking them over there. But, she should stop putting birdseed out for them then. I mean, she's not putting the birdseed out for them, I realize. But, you have a bird feeder. The birds make a mess. The seed gets on the ground. My chickens love birdseed. Yeah. What you did in the shed took caulking and went all the way around the baseboards and filled them in. Right? I know we got more work to do. We're gonna try some other things too. So yeah. I know. So then I just texted her back and I said, well, I was on my way, but it seems that they're home. It seems that they're home. I really just want to say, all you got to do is go out there and shoo them away and they'll just come home. They will run from you. They're not going to do anything. And the funny thing was, it's not like that would be too difficult because she was outside. I saw her. She was taking her trash down to the road. So she was outside. I mean, I get it, but anyhow, we've done as much as we can do other than putting a fence from the end of the bushy area out to the pond, because that's the only place really I think they're getting through is after the bushes and the space between the bushes and the pond. That's where they can get around. But anyhow, There's that. Chickens, stay home. Stay home. I don't know. And you don't want to coop them up all the time. That's the nice thing about living out in the country. You can let them out. You can let them free range. Yes. Do they get eaten sometimes? Yeah, they do. I mean, there's always that risk, when they're free ranging that something happens to them, something gets them, whatever. But especially if they're going across the street, little rotten little girls, stay home. Stay home. But I can't make them. Can't force them. No. But anyhow, Dale was out back yesterday. He said, I'm going to go weed whack for a while. And I'm thinking, okay, he's going to weed whack our yard, you know, weed whack around the fence, weed whack around the bushes, all that kind of stuff. Well, he'd asked Josh to stop by after work. So Josh gets here and he's like, hey, I'm like, hi. He's like, so Dale asked me to stop by. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. He goes, he didn't tell me why, though. I goes, oh, I know why. Dale had a weed whacker for him. Got it all fixed up, put a new carburetor on it and all kinds of things. Got this weed whacker working really well. So Josh could have a weed whacker at his house. All right. So then we had to find Dale. Then we were off to find Dale. And I thought Dale was just around the house somewhere weed whacking, but I don't hear weed whacker. I don't see him. I see no sign of Dale anywhere. No idea where he's at. So Josh and I just started walking around, and I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe he's just hanging out in the greenhouse. Because you guys know, I've told you, he likes to just go sit in the greenhouse, right? So we just started walking, and then Josh is like, I hear a weed whacker. And I'm like, yeah, I do too. Way out back, out in the bushy, woodsy area. He is out there weed whacking stuff. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't even know what he was weed whacking, but he's out there in his little fortress area he's got going back there, weed whacking stuff. And I was like, okay, all right then. So we went out there and we, got his attention and he quit weed whacking and came up to the house to get his weed whacker, his own weed whacker, right? I don't know. I don't know what the man has planned for out back there. He just keeps like clearing more area. And I don't know what he's got up his sleeve. I mean, I'm like, I don't really care what he does. As long as he doesn't like make it totally blank, like a total blank slate, because the animals do like it back there. The deer like it back there. They go back there and they just kind of lay down back there sometimes. They use it as a little, they cross through there to go from one place to another. I thought I saw 2 of these dashes. I only see 1 now. The second I put one back in the container, I'm going to find the other one. That's going to happen, right? I'm looking, and I don't see the other one. Okay, I'm going to put one in the tray. I'll put one in the tray. And I'm coming back later, because there's another one. Anyhow. So, yeah, he's just out there, just going to town with his weed whacker, just whacking stuff down. I don't know what, but wacky, wacky, wacky. Oh, boy. Yeah. So, that's what we've been up to. I believe it was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. My dad called and asked if you iron the back of a diamond painting when it's done. I don't know. Maybe. I've never done that. If you try it, be very careful. Very, very light iron. I don't know. Weed whacking gene. That must be it. They just love to weed whack, right? Right? So my dad called up and, my grandma's house. Whew, we're going through some stuff with my dad about that house and the best way to sell it and things like that, and trying to help him get the most bang for his buck, because he wants to do a bunch of stuff with that money when he sells that house. And right now, all he's getting are very low ball offers from, I'll call them just the flippers, the investment people that want to buy low, put some money into it, and turn around and make a decent profit. And I'm not judging them or saying that's wrong, but you know, that's not what my dad needs. He doesn't need somebody like that. He needs somebody that's going to give him a little bit more money for the house and not be so concerned about a profit margin. Anyhow, the tenant. Let's go to the tenant. The tenant will not mow the lawn. Will not mow the lawn. This house is on, I'll just call it a postage stamp size lot in the city. Postage stamp size lot. It's not very big at all. To mow the whole thing, if it took an hour to do the whole place, that would be a stretch. Okay? Like if you keep it up and you keep it in nice shape, an hour would be a stretch. All right. But it hasn't been mowed since late last summer. Late last summer was the last time it was mowed. I was like, really? And he won't mow it. The tenant will not mow it. He has told my dad some very, well, white people don't mow the lawns. That was the one thing he said. Pretty racist there, right? And the other thing was he told my dad he was too old. He's too old to mow the lawn. And I'm like, okay, the dude is 60. Okay, he's 60. Dale is 64. Okay, just for the record, Dale, 64. Tenant, 60. But he's too old. And he's not going to mow the lawn. He basically told my dad, I'm not mowing. Okay, then. So what's Dad do? He calls up Dale. And he asks Dale if Dale would please go down and mow the lawn. So Dale goes down to mow the lawn. There is a lawnmower there. Was the lawnmower in working condition? Well, it was last summer, but now it's not. So lawnmower needs to have some repairs done to it, needed some parts. Dale had to go get some parts to fix the lawnmower before he could even mow. Had to weed whack everything. Then my dad wanted him to do this and pick up this and clean up this because the guy that lives there just won't do stuff. So Dale was there most of the day. Most of the day. Just working around that house. Cleaning, weed whacking, mowing, right? Push mowing, Joe. Push mowing. It doesn't even warrant having a riding lawnmower. That's how small it is. Okay? Yeah, and he won't do it. So, anyhow. Yeah, my dad has kept raising the rent on him over the last couple of years. So I guess, we're just going to chalk it up to that. And my dad did pay Dale to do it. He actually paid Dale to do it and then paid Dale for the part he had to go buy to fix the lawnmower. And so, when Josh was here yesterday, he's like, that lawn is not hard to mow. Now you got to remember, Josh used to live there. Josh used to live in that little house, right? He's like, there's hardly any yard to mow. Not that Josh did a great job of mowing it, because he didn't, but he can. And he's done it. He's like, so Grandpa's paying somebody to do it? Like, yeah, you want to do it? You want the job? You could probably go down there once every 2 weeks and mow the yard, and it would be just fine. So, I don't know. He's like, I don't know, maybe. Let me think about it, So, anyhow, Dale spent the afternoon there working on the yard one day. It keeps him busy, and he doesn't mind doing it. He really doesn't mind doing it. I did. I just put all of those. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All of those are in the wrong place. How do I get myself into this? How? 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 Yep. Okay. All right. I try to just move them, but I don't think that's going to work. So watch me pick off these little purple drills, you guys. Here we go. These are supposed to be the ABs. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. We're going to pick off drills. And I just cut my nails. Of course, every time I need to do this, I have cut my nails off. Can I do better with the tweezers? No. No, I can't. I can't do better with the tweezers. Because they do that. See, they go flying when I try using the tweezers. Okay, maybe I can get some of them out and move them. Let's see. Let's see. How many can I move? I don't know. Are these wrong up here too? I think I started out somewhere correct, and then I got all confused. Oh boy. Yeah. But Dale asked me today. We were going by a business that sells lots of lawn equipment and stuff like that. He's like, okay, let's just stop and get one. Which one you want? What do you want? You want a zero turn? You want a regular tractor? What do you want? And I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, I have no preference either way. He said, how about we get two? We'll get two smaller ones. Or we'll get a smaller one and then we can get a push mower. You can do the push mowing part. And I'm like, no, we don't push mow anything right now. You don't use a push mower for anything. Why would we need to get a push mower now for me? No. No, sir. I think that the arrangement we have right now works just great. You mow, you mow. I watch. I do other things. No, I'm good with this. I am good. So, and I've said it many times. I would hate to take Dale's little fun times away because he gets out there, he gets his headphones on, he gets his music going, he's jamming away, he's having a good old time. And then he takes pride in what he did, how good it looks and everything. And I would not meet up to the expectations for the lawn mowing. I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it well enough. You know what I'm saying? So no, nope. You go buy whatever tractor, lawn mower, piece of equipment you want that's going to make you happy, and you mow the lawn because you like doing it and you do a good job. You do a good job. So I keep telling him, it looks beautiful, honey. Today when we were leaving, I looked at the lawn and I was like, oh, the lawn looks great. I said, it looks really good. And he hadn't even mowed. He hadn't mowed yet, but it did look good. It did look good, and he's been putting down some weed killer in the yard, to kill the grasses and the dandelions. And we don't have very many dandelions. So I think it's looking good. I think it's looking great. So I think he should keep up with it. He's doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job. Hello, Leona. All right. The purples are off the incorrect spots. I'm making an ear. That's the kitty's ear. The kitty's ear gets A, B. And here's the thing there was not very many of these. This is the bell. Put them on the bell symbol. Ding, 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 the bell. Not the number 2. The number 2 is an AB. Oh my goodness. I mean, our lawn takes a little while to mow, but I mean, we have acres. I don't even know how much we mow. Or he mows, not we. There's no we to this. No we. Him. But it's quite a bit. So he wants a new tractor. In the worst way, he wants a new tractor. And I have no problem. Go get a new tractor. You go get a tractor that's going to make you happy. He doesn't want to get a new one because he thinks they're just too expensive. So he's looking at used tractors, but they have to be a certain number of hours and under before he wants to look at it. A certain size mower deck. He's got all these parameters for his new mower. But I'm like, just go get what you want. Just go get the tractor you want. He wants something a little bit bigger than what he's got so it can do more things because he said, I've never really had like this much property before, that I needed a different type of a tractor. So I'm like, do what makes you happy, dude. Go get what you want. Go get what you want. That's all I can say. Get what you want. So he keeps looking and looking. As a matter of fact, when I came in here to get my live started, he had Facebook Marketplace up and had tractors up. Nope, no new grill yet, but I sense it coming any day now. Any old day. Oh, I needed that. I still needed that sleeve. Any day, there's going to be a new grill. I know it's coming. And again, do I care? I don't care. Like, this is his savings. This is his money. I don't care. Do what you want. Dude, do what you want. Don't question me about what I'm buying, how much I spent at the yarn store. You just go buy a tractor and a grill and, this and that and the next thing, the new lawn furniture and all that stuff. Do what makes you happy. I'm not here to stand in your way, And of course, I benefit from those things. So, hey, yeah, go do it. Go do it. Oh, boy. Tomorrow afternoon, his daughter's coming over. The kids are coming over. So I heard him on the phone yesterday, kind of a little bit. I was in the background, I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I caught the gist of something about Earth Day, the kids and Earth Day at school. Dale will never, ever get a zero turn. Never. Hates them. Hates a zero turn. Won't do it. Right, April? Obviously. I don't know. My dad has a zero turn. Dale just hates it. Absolutely hates it. He's like, nope. I like my tractor. And plus, if you get more of a tractor, a lawn tractor type thing, you can do a lot more with those than you can a mower. So he doesn't just want a zero turn mower. He wants something he can do some work with. Haul trailers around and pull trees down and that kind of shit. That's Dale. But I heard that the kids apparently got little trees, little saplings for Earth Day at school. I mean, I remember all that. We used to have those all the time. And so they got these trees. And they want to plant their trees. Well, there's no place for them to plant the trees at their house. So she's wondering if the kids could come out here and plant their little trees, their little saplings. I think they're just little pine tree starts. So Dale was like, sure, we can go out back. We can plant them out back somewhere. I'm like, all right. Yep, you can take them out back and plant their trees. All right. So I think that's what they're coming over for tomorrow, basically, is to go out back and plant these little trees. So, yay. Sounds like fun, huh? Get a diamond painting with a tractor. I probably have a few with tractors already, don't I? I think I do have some with tractors. I mean, it's not like the whole diamond painting is a big tractor, but I have a lot of landscapes, and I'm certain some of them have a tractor in them. I am certain of that. I can't say that I've actually diamond painted a tractor yet, but I don't think I have. I don't know. It could have happened at some point. It could have, but I don't recall it. Don't recall the tractor. But yeah. When his friend was here the last time, he was trying to work on this frame situation. This frame that we started like 2 years ago. It's a great concept, but we can't get the corners mitered perfectly. And so it's just a no-go until everything matches up properly. It's just not good enough, right? It's just not good enough. Oh, April, sure, birthday points or whatever, or yeah, that's when you can spend money on diamond paintings. Yes, use your points. Yeah. um, so his friend was here, and he was explaining to him because him and his father-in-law both do some woodworking type stuff. So he was explaining the situation and how this frame should go together, yada, yada, yada. And so his friend was taking it home to see what him and the father-in-law could come up with a miter box. Dale doesn't have a miter box. He was doing it on his, I think it's called a radial arm saw. I think is what it's called. But he was going to take home the framing pieces and see if they could get it to be, better than it was. And it wasn't like it was horrible. There was like one corner that was too gappy and trying to, tighten it up, make it fit better. So the guy took it home. He brought it back next day or so, and it was no better. It just was no better. Anyhow. So then Dale was like, fine, I'm done with it. Just throw it all away. Done with it. I'm not going to try anymore. And I'm like, well, don't throw away my piece of wood. Because I probably should explain what, oh, you can't use both at the same time. I don't know. Points and percent off. I don't think you can. I think you can use a gift card and points. I don't know. I haven't done that in a long time. Anyhow, it's a piece of wood. Just a piece of wood. It's a very thin piece of wood, which I would adhere the painting to. All right. And then he's taken wood and gouged out a groove in the center so that the wood slides onto the board right up to the edge of the diamond painting. So on all four sides with mitered corners. Okay, so it's making this frame all the way around that slides onto the board and over the edges of the diamond painting, right? And it's a great concept. It's an awesome concept, and it will work if you get the edges, the corners mitered properly, which has been the problem. We can't get the corners mitered properly. But it came back and it was no better. So he's frustrated again and he's put it away again. I'm like, okay, just keep my board. You can throw away the frame pieces because I don't think those frame pieces are ever going to work properly. But keep my board that I bought because it at least is the right size to put a diamond painting on. One of the big Chuck Pinsons. Okay, that's what we were working on. So I can do something with the board, even if it's start the framing process over with new pieces of wood, or instead of trying to miter the corners, maybe we should just do straight butting up corners. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyhow, it's a process. It's a process. So we'll see what happens. But anyhow, back to the friend. And the friend was downstairs, and so Dale wanted me to bring my Chuck Pinson out that we were originally trying to get this frame for, which picture we're trying to frame. So I brought it out of the back, and it was one that was like woodsy cabin. There were deer and bear and all that kind of stuff, right? His friend was just like, oh, now that's what I like. He said, that's the kind of painting I like to do. And I'm like, well, you could go buy you a Chuck Pinson. Most of the Chuck Pinsons are nature-y and you know? But I'm like, you can't have mine, that's for sure. But not that he was asking, but I'm like, yeah, they do have them. He's always wanting something with deer. And I mean, this all brought up Chuck Pinson to me when we were talking about tractors and stuff and all the nature stuff. All the nature stuff is in a Chuck Pinson. All kinds of different nature, right? You got deer, you got bear, you got fish, you got all the stuff. All the stuff. That's why I like them so much. That's why I like them, right? They're so pretty. But, so the kids will come over tomorrow. They're gonna plant a couple of saplings somewhere. I am hope. I mean, they might live, they might not. I don't know. I'm not gonna go babysit these little pine trees, right? That'll be up to Dale. Something could just eat them right away, and they'll be gone. I don't know. So I don't know what else we're planning on, but Dale's like, so we're gonna get up early in the morning. We're gonna get to the store. We're gonna get to Meyer and get our groceries and all that kind of stuff. And I need to go get some things to take to the retreat. You know, there's some stuff I want to take with me to the retreat. My little snacky things that I like. So, yeah. So I guess we're getting up early in the morning tomorrow. We're going to the store, getting some groceries, and then woohoo! Let the games begin with the kids. But their mother will be with them tomorrow, so I'm gonna just let her run around with the kids and take them out back and go play in the woods and all that fun stuff. I don't have to do that. They're here, Grandpa and Mom. Yeah, they can handle all that, right? Sure, they can. All right, ladies, because I know there's some men here, but ladies, question. I am such an old school person, and I am a person who does not wear makeup. I mean, hardly any makeup. Like, I watch some of these YouTubers, they're all into doing this, like, get ready with me type video where they'll sit and they'll talk about, like, booktubers are doing it. They're sitting and talking about a book as they're getting ready and putting on their makeup and all this stuff, right? So, there's a lot of processing going on with this makeup. They've got sponges, like them little sponges, and they got face primers, and they've got concealers, and they've got this, and they got that, and the next thing. And I'm like, what is all that? What is all that? And what do you do with all that stuff? All the eye makeup and things around their eyes, and this and that, and eyelash primers. And I'm like, whoa, I don't even know what all that stuff is about. What is all that stuff, right? Alexandra, I organize a retreat. I've been doing it for, this is my 4th year. I used to help organize one called the Great Lakes Escape, which is being held in Ohio these days. And I started a new retreat this year with my friend Angie, and that's in Michigan. So diamond painters, crafters, crocheters, whoever, we're having a retreat. 40 people. Next Thursday. We will be there next Thursday. Woo! Right? So anyhow, I got up, took a shower today. I'm going to the yarn store. And I'm like, I'm going to put on a little makeup. I did dry my hair, so I wasn't heading out with wet hair, which I'll do that sometimes because it's just like, I just don't care, you know? Who am I out to impress out in the world? No one. But I thought, okay, I'll dry my hair and I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup. Now you'll laugh. My makeup is basically, I put on moisturizer. Okay. Then I put on foundation. It's just a liquid foundation that I buy at Meyer. I think it's CoverGirl or something. And crazy me, I just put it on my finger, put it on my face, and rub it in. That's all I do. Yeah. I don't have any fancy sponges or any of these little blending things, whatever they got. I don't even know. And then after the foundation, I have just like a little compact of like pressed powder. And I just dab a little powder on it so that I don't get all shiny and weird. And that's all I do. That's it. Just some foundation, a little powder on um, that's it. Hello, Jenny, Jenny. Jenny, less than a week, Jenny. Less than a week. um, that's my whole makeup routine. Well, today I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, you kind of have um, some under eye, not necessarily bags, but like discoloring, like dark. Like you get maybe like a little dark circle type stuff going on underneath the eyes. And I'm like, okay, so I need concealer, right? Concealer. Now, I have a little drawer underneath my sink in my bathroom. And it's got makeup stuff in it. I mean, there's lipsticks in there and there's mascara in there. There's eyeshadow. There's blush. I mean, they're all very, very old at this point. But I was like, I might have like not the fancy concealer that these girls are all using, but I might have like one of those roll up, like cover girl things with. So I'm looking in my drawer and I'm like, well, I do have one. It's almost gone. Like I can hardly get anything out of it. But I'm like, okay, what if I put a lid? Because it's lighter, right? It's lighter to lighten up your dark circles, your dark things. So I'm dabbing some of that on and I'm thinking, am I going to look like a raccoon when I'm done? Is it going to a reverse raccoon, instead of the real dark, and I'm going to have real light? Am I going to look really weird? I don't know. I am totally clueless about all that stuff. Totally, totally clueless about that stuff. But I put a little of that underneath my eyes, blotted it in there a little bit, and then I thought, okay, now it's really light. So now I must have to put some foundation over it too, right? Blend it in better. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing. But I was trying. And I didn't think it looked like horrible when I left to go to the yarn store this morning. I was like, well, it's all right. It's okay. Yes, Joe's coming. People in the chat, who's coming? Jenny, Joe, Sue, anybody else in the chat that's coming to the retreat? Not that I know of. It's gonna be a good time though. Good time. Oh, Leona. Anybody else? That might be it. We're gonna have a blast. Oh, there's Becca. Ah, Becca. Becca's been hiding in the background. Becca's hiding. Yes, Sue's gone. Becca's hiding in the background. Check yourself in the daylight. Ooh, I don't know if I want to see all that, Sherry. But I've been thinking about trying a few more things. A few more things. Not like I don't think I'm ever gonna need like face primer and eyelash primers and do all of the eyeshadows and all that kind of stuff, but just maybe a more clean, fresh looking face, cover up some dark circles, maybe a little blush on my cheeks. I don't know. But I mean, seriously, it would only be for like some special occasions when I want to look a little nicer because I feel no need to put all that stuff on to go grocery shopping with my husband. Does my husband care if I have makeup on? No. You know? So just once in a while. Once in a while, I think it's nice to kind of do a little bit extra, look a little bit nicer, that kind of thing. But I would have to go somewhere. I would have to go into some store or something, to, you know, figure out what to do and how to do it and what to get and all that kind of stuff. Yes, Marion. Marion is coming. Yes, Marion. You know what? Your arms are not that long. No, I know. Moisturizer, light foundation, mascara. See, and maybe a little blush sometimes. I don't know. I've seen Saban. Saban puts on some makeup. She looks something else, and she looks like, ooh, yeah. I know. My makeup stuff is so old. It's just crazy. So old. It's crazy. See you, Michelle. Eyeshadow blush lasts longer. What do you mean you're going to cancel, Sue? You're not going to cancel. What are you talking about? I know. You do have to change it. I know. I know. Well, I did. I bought that moisturizer from Randy. I did that moisturizer I got from Randy. And I don't put it on all the time. I do probably 5 days out of the week I put the moisturizer on. Anyhow. Yeah, you do it for yourself to feel good. Yep. Yeah. And you know what? I will say this. Walking into the yarn store today, I felt like, hey, I'm not coming in here all just wet hair and, blotchy skin. And I actually felt better today going into the yarn store, a little more put together. Not a ton, but just a little bit, just a little extra here and there, It does kind of make you feel good though, doesn't it? It does. But like I said, I was never a big makeup person. Even when I was young, I just didn't do a lot of makeup stuff. It's always very minimal. But eyeshadow at this point, I'm just like, no, forget it. There's no need for me to wear eyeshadow. In my opinion, there's no need for that. So, yeah, there you go. Pack some makeup for the retreat, and we can play. We can have like a sleepover, a girly sleepover, and we can do each other's makeup and stuff, right? That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. Your difference between makeup and no makeup is real. I know, Saban. I have seen some people that do that, have makeup on and then take it off on camera and you see what they were like without it. And it's just like, whoa, that is like a world of difference, right? It's crazy, actually, sometimes. But uh, Dale's daughter, I'll just say this. She came over, last time she came over, I looked at her and I was like, false eyelashes? You have false eyelashes on? And she was like, yeah, why? You can tell? And I was like, yeah, I can tell, right? I can tell you have some false eyelashes on. And I was like, that is nothing I've ever done in my life. False eyelashes. No, never. And now it's like, it's not even like the whole eyelash. Now they got little pieces, little individual lash little things you put on, little pieces at a time. And I'm like, no, that's too much work. That's way too much work. Mm-mm. Well, yeah, there you go, Joe. Just stay in your corner and yeah. I know Kara does very nice makeup. She really does. But I don't really have makeup. I wouldn't even know what to get. That's the thing. I wouldn't even know what to get. Wouldn't have a clue. And I certainly don't have any of them cute little sponges. I don't have one of them little spongy things to put it on with even. So, anyhow. People are like, oh, no, don't use your fingers. Don't use your fingers. You got to use the sponge. You got to blend. You got to do this. Okay. All right. I was never one of those makeup, dress up, fancy kind of girls. That was never me. I mean, I can clean up pretty nice, but, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. So, how do we get on makeup? I don't even understand how we got on that topic. How did we get there? I don't know. Oh, The things we end up talking about, right? Well, the tractor is getting quieter. Dale is headed off to the far side of the property now. The far side. And I can't hear him as much. Yay. But it's beautiful out right now. It's absolutely gorgeous outside right now. Like I can hear the birds chirping. Now the breeze has slowed down, the wind. So now there's just kind of a light breeze and brushes. I have put blush on with a brush, but that's it. Fingers make your face oily. Well, good. I could use some more oil, Jenny. I could use some more oily skin. My skin's getting too dry. I was asking you, what was the question I asked? You have a beard and a mustache? That's funny. How did it look when it was done? How did you look when it was done with your beard and your mustache? Yeah. I got to give Dale a haircut, apparently. Today he's like, yep, I think it's time for a haircut. And I was like, okay. I said, don't look that bad right now. It's not that long. He goes, I don't know. Around my ears. Long around my ears. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, he said, maybe tomorrow. I'm like, okay. We can do that tomorrow. He just gets his razor thing out, his electric, and just he shaves it to a certain level, not super short, but short. Oh, it's short. Who am I kidding? It's short. And then I go back and I get anything he missed, and then I get around his ears, and we're done. That's it. Simple. In my family, I would say the person who was the most fussy ever about their appearance, clothes, appearance, hair, things like that. I, just guess. Who would you think would be the most particular one about hair, clothes, what they were wearing, how they looked, things like that? Took the most time getting ready, even sometimes. Who would you think that would be? You'll get it wrong. I know you'll get it wrong. um, okay, what was my question? I don't know what the question was. Right, Paula? Where are my jewelry? Where are my jewels? Yeah. Makeup for special occasions. Oh, it was weird. And I bet it was weird and itchy. I cannot imagine having facial hair put on my face. That would be very weird and itchy. Yeah. They didn't have enough males. That's funny. My mom. No, not my mom. My mom never wore much makeup. She liked jewelry, not much on the makeup. Put on some jewelry and she was good to go. My sister, yeah, not so much. You didn't want to wear foundation on your face as your face was tanned. Oh, all right. Not my mom. No. Mm-mm. My mom was all about her nails, though. She never went to like the nail salon, but she would always put nail polish on her nails. I remember so many times riding somewhere with her. We're going someplace in the car, and she's not driving, of course, but she'd be painting her nails. Yes, always painting her nails. Or taking off nail polish. Her car was equipped with nail polish remover in her car, and there was usually nail polish in her car. She was always doing nail polish, always. Um, somebody got it right though. Not my dad. No, not my dad. Not at all. Mm-mm. No, in my immediate family, it's Josh. Totally Josh. 100%. Because A, um, the clothing had to be just right. And when he was in school, he couldn't wear the same shirt or outfit at all in the same week. I mean, no, that was no. His hair had to be just right. He spent a lot of time in front of the mirror. Josh did. hmm And I've said it before. Josh has luscious hair. His hair is lovely. I would love to have his hair. It's nice, thick, beautiful hair. It's got some texture to it. It's lovely. But he would have to mess with it a lot, you know? He would want it a certain way. His hairstyles, oh my goodness. Hairstyles. Whew. I mean, when I found my friend that I worked with at the bank and she started doing our hair, she started cutting Josh's hair when he was his first haircut. And he always had a style. He had a style, right? And yeah, I guess there was no question, April. Basically, just what do you guys do? And you guys already kind of told me that. um, but he always wanted his hair done a certain way, you know? And for a while, it was one style. And then it was this style. But he was very particular about it. I remember not his last haircut that he just got, but the one before, he was so unhappy with it. And I mean, I agreed with him. It wasn't good. It wasn't what he wanted. It didn't look good. The lady left some long places that looked really funky, you know. But he got his last haircut done. This is the first haircut he got after he got the new job, his first paycheck at this new job. He wanted his haircut. And he was so happy with it. Oh my gosh. It was done just right. And he looked great. And he was pleased with it. Josh is a big Snapchatter. And I don't Snapchat. My sister does. So my sister sees all of Josh's Snapchats and stuff. But sometimes I'll see him on Instagram. Because, you know, sometimes those platforms overlap each other. It might be an Instagram post, but you can see it on TikTok or TikTok to Instagram or whatever. And he was happy. He was happy with his hair. He got himself a new shirt and he was just like, that's my kid. He was always the one, always the one, had to be the correct style, had to have his hair done just right, all of that stuff. He's funny. He's funny though. I have to laugh at him. I know, Joe, you do see him with, well, in the wintertime, he is usually wearing a beanie. Lots of times in the summer, he's wearing a baseball cap. But, I mean, when he wants to, man, he's like, gonna do my hair and I'm gonna look fly. And I don't know. Is that the term nowadays? I don't know what the term is now. What do they say now? I don't know. Your mom was the one dyed her hair and wore makeup in her. That'll be me, Patty. Not the makeup so much, but the hair. I'm definitely dyeing my hair still. I don't know when I'm going to stop dyeing my hair. I don't want to give that up. No. There is a class for makeup for mature women, for the older women. Where's that class at? Where's that class at, Saban? I don't know. But yeah, Josh is funny. And you know what? When we were kids, oh my gosh, my brother was the same way about hair. You know what I think it is? I think it is that these two boys, my brother and Josh, were blessed with lovely, lovely hair. Thicker hair, textured, maybe a little tad of curl to it. And my brother was always fighting his curl. He did not want it to curl. He was always trying to make parts of it straight. And my brother did crazy stuff with his hair. Like, does anybody remember the pink tape? The pink tape that beauticians would use. They like tape little curls on your face or whatever to hold things in place. I know you got to remember the pink tape. We had pink tape. And my brother would put this tape on his bangs, right? And tape them down while his hair was wet. And then he would get a cowboy hat and he'd push this cowboy hat down over his bangs to hold them down, to hold them in place, because he did not want his bangs curling up. He refused to let them curl. It was the funniest thing. Every morning before going to school, here's my brother in the bathroom. He would even use bobby pins. He'd put bobby pins in his hair, or this tape, or what is that? Dippity doo. Remember Dippity doo? That's my brother, to make his bangs stay down and not curl up. He was funny. So funny. But they both have lovely, lovely hair. I mean, as a female, I would love to have their hair. Thick, textured, lovely hair, right? But they, you know, my brother fought it. I don't think he does anymore, but, when he was younger, he did. But, yeah, the pink tape. Yes, right? The pink tape. Yep, that's funny. At the senior center. That's funny. We're going to go do a makeup class at the senior center. Oh, my hair, I don't know what color my hair should be. I have no idea. I mean, what the color it should be is white. I mean, truly, my hair should be white, pretty much, because the women in my family go gray very, very young. So my mom dyed her hair for the longest time before she finally decided she was done dyeing it. She was done, and she was just going to let it go, and she was going to let it go gray, and she did. And it was very white, but then she'd get mad because it would get a yellow tinge to it. She didn't like the yellow in it. If she wanted gray hair, she wanted it to be white like her dad's hair. Her dad's hair was like pure white. I always remember Grandpa's hair was like pure white. And so that's what she wanted. She didn't want anything in between, nothing grayish, or certainly nothing yellow. So she would go get that bluing shampoo and all that. Yes, yes, Carrie, exactly. Imagine my brother like that. And then he would take the cowboy hat and pull the cowboy hat down over his face, over his hair, to hold it all in place. So funny. So funny. Oh, I'll never forget that. Never. As long as I live, will I forget my brother doing that. Because it was every day, an everyday occurrence. And he was always downstairs. Always downstairs. Because, of course, us girls were upstairs in the girls' bathroom upstairs. So he would come down to the half bath downstairs to do his hair. Because, we were taking up the bathroom upstairs, of course. But, yeah. Go gray gracefully. Well, my sister, she has done something different. She does more highlighting and blonde to combat the gray. She has gray hair. Do not be mistaken. She has gray hair. But she has gone the lighter way, going light, blonde, highlights, things like that. Where I wanted to keep mine dark. I used to have dark hair. Even Dale will say that from time to time. He'll be like, "Oh no, your hair used to be really dark." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was much darker. I know it was, but I've been dyeing my hair since, oh my goodness, 35 to 40 years, I would say. I've been dyeing my hair. That's how I met the hairdresser that Josh loved. You know, she did my hair forever. I worked with her at the bank, and she did hair on the side. And I started going to her house, and she was dyeing my hair, and yeah, I've never stopped dyeing it. Never stopped dyeing it. So I am not ready to go gray. And there are some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gray hairstyles on some people, and some women that look absolutely stunning. You know, my fear is I'm going to look old. I'm going to look, I don't know, but I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I know at some point I'm going to have to, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. And then I have to remember one of my mom's oldest friends from years and years ago came to see my mom when she was home, on hospice. Came to visit her. Her name's Barb. Barb's a hoot. The two of them together were a hoot. I mean, they were a hoot. They were the troublemakers of the church. They were just the troublemakers, right? So Barb came to visit. Her son brought her over. And Barb came in, dark, dark, dark hair, almost black hair. She's 80, she's like my mom's age, 80, 83, 85, 86, yeah, somewhere in there. Dark, dark, dark hair. And, she's all made up. She had makeup on. She had lipstick on. She was in a dress. It was like, yep, this is Barb, I don't see her ever stopping with coloring her hair and, having it done and all that kind of stuff. That's just never going to happen for her, you know? So why? Why does it have to? If we're happy, you know, if we're happy. You stop coloring it when you had to get it done every other week, huh? I'm once a month, and that's as far as I will go. So, I mean, I will get my little stripe, by the end of the month, but I'm not going any sooner than, one time a month. That's good for me. The purple shampoo. Yep, my mom did that. She wanted it to be white. If she was going to be gray, she wanted it to be white. Yeah. Paul is 77 and not ready to stop. Right? Not ready to stop. You would like to tint the silver violet. Ooh, have violet hair. Well, that might not be a bad idea. That might not be bad. Instead of just having it gray, have a tinge of purple to it. Then you'd look like you've been washing your hair with all that purple shampoo, like to the max, Well, too much purple shampoo for her. No. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'm only in my 60s, you guys. Not ready for that stuff yet. Not ready yet. So I'm waiting. We'll see. Anyhow, yeah, there's a nice breeze coming through this window now. It's just really pleasant. Oh, it's nice. Ah, wind chimes are chiming. I had to take one of my sets of wind chimes down. They need some repair. The big set, I had to take them down. They need repair. They're missing some of their pipes. They're missing their pipes, man. They're missing their pipes. They need a repair job. My daughter usually does that for me. I don't really know how to do it. I suppose I could figure it out, but she's always fixed them for me. But I gotta get them fixed. We were sitting out there on the new patio furniture one day. Josh was here. We were sitting out there just enjoying the outdoors, And he was sitting closest to the wind chimes. And he was like, what? Why did you say? They're loud. They are so loud, right? I know, Joe, right? The weather over that way has just been crazy. Marion, leave them there. Leave them there. Oh, purple shampoo. It's purple. It's just shampoo that's purple, and it is supposed to make white hair, gray hair, look more white and gray and pretty. That's what it does. Strawberry blonde will not color your hair. You have a lot of glitter. Glitter is glitter gray hairs? Is that what you're calling glitter? The gray hair's coming through? I'm assuming, right, Amy? Yeah, Josh has got gray hair now. I mean, he's got gray hair. In our 30s, we go gray. Get gray. Yeah. Yeah, right, Marianne? Get out of there. Get out of there. Yikes. Yeah. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. I know the storms are crazy. If you're in the path of the storms, be safe. Be careful. Be on alert. Be on lookout. Take cover if you need to, right? I'm glad I don't live in that tornado alley part. Not that we don't get storms and tornadoes here, because we do, but it's not like as bad, you know, as some of those other places that are just, whew, they get hit hard and often. I'm glad we're not like that. Ooh, oh, I need 2 tulips, and I have them right here. 1 little tulip, 2 little tulips. So I almost finished this section, you guys. I'm almost done with it. I got some pink ABs to do here, some purple ABs to do here. And how did I manage to put those away without doing those right there? And I got this little blue. I'm making another ball of yarn up there. It's a blue ball of yarn. And I got to find these guys. I don't know where they're at. I only need 3 of those, though. So I'll be able to finish this up in a matter of moments and then move on to my next section. So what I've been doing is I've just been pulling the canvas forward and I let it dangle off my table in front of me. Can you see the kitty, though? The kitty cute. Aww, a cute kitty. Platinum. Oh, beautiful platinum. 3 tornadoes, Patty, like they were like in them, like your house and all that kind of stuff. That's terrible. Flooding and tornadoes. I know, I heard about them in Texas as well. I know. Stay safe. Like I said, stay safe. It is storm season. Stay safe. Be aware. Be careful. Take cover. You know, all that stuff. So take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of yourselves. All right. Yeah, an RV to shelter at. No storm. Oh, you're at a campground and there's no storm shelter. Ugh. I don't know, Paula, about a cat. I have no idea. The farmer, they have kitties. I don't know how many kitties even, but there's kitties down there. We talked about it. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Well, can you go somewhere, Marianne? Like to a store, a Walmart, someplace? Is there someplace nearby that you could go for some better shelter if you need to? Be careful. Just be careful out there. Okay? All right. I'm going to let you guys go. And going to go say hey to Mr. Dipple, wherever he's at. Hey. And then I'm probably just going to come back in here and finish this section and maybe start another one because I got a ways to go yet. I got a ways to go. So, Kansas on a farm. I would not want to live in Kansas. No. Yeah, right. I know. You know, we're pretty good around here, but, you know, we don't get too freaked out anyhow. Unless it gets really bad. We were at the first retreat, and there was a whole bunch of people that were just freaking out because they heard there was a tornado watch. And they were all running to the basement of this house. And us that lived in Michigan, we were like, where are you going? It's fine. Look outside. It's fine. Oh, no live next week. I don't know. I might go live for a little while from the retreat. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. All right. It could happen. We'll see. All right, everybody. I will see you guys maybe next week. Definitely a whip and chat before I leave to go to the retreat. You'll get one of those, a couple more videos. So, you know me, I'll be around. All right. See you guys soon. Have a great night and be safe, everybody. Be safe out there. Crazy weather anyhow, right?